Hey man, I just want to say, I think an awakening is about to happen. I can't think of what it's going to be or how it will happen, but it's about to happen. The thing about this awakening is, it's people who are working to see it for what it is, and then it's people who will act like they the people who have acted like they haven't seen it for years, they'll be forced. It's gonna be like ripping off the veil, and everybody's gonna have to see all at the same time. It's gonna be brilliant. I'm just letting people know, either you're gonna start your own personal healing program, which is kind of disconnecting from people, disconnecting from things and growing, or you for to sit and wait on the biggest carpet rug pulling event in history. And it's just going to be like a consciousness rapture. Not the rapture where people like, oh, it'll go away. No, 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 no. You still going to be here on this earth. But a lot of people going to have to wake up. They all going to wake up at the same time. Then it's going to be ugly. And then it's going to be beautiful at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it will change everything. How we do business, how we get along with each other, the concept of money, the concept of an economy, the concept of government. All that's about to change. This event will change everything. I think in 2019, I did a series of videos, and I said a series of things. And I had a dream. And last night, that dream, I saw it come full circle. Every time I seen it coming, I dug deeper into my faith. I said, if these people can't see this and the pastors ain't teaching it, somebody lying. If you a faithful man and you in this book, you don't teach the book, you teach them what they're looking at outside. But since you're teaching from a spirit, like it has to be a religious and a spiritual side to it, you have to teach your people how to adjust. And if you don't know how, you must find out how to change people in another direction, because I think people just be sitting in the church and they're coming there to get like a boost. They don't need a boost. They need to be kicked in the ass to change, because what is coming, I can't even speak on it. I don't know what it is. Like, I think in 2019, I made a video crying and shit, and I was just like, I saw that shit. Whatever it was in that dream, it was going to be ugly, then it was going to be beautiful. Ugly, then beautiful. Ugly, then beautiful. I said, okay, let's prepare for ugly. What does ugly look like? And then I went back to the crash of 1930. That is what ugly looked like, because it was followed by a whole bunch of natural disasters. Disease, which was COVID. Financial, which is next. Natural disaster. The natural disaster and financial. I don't know which way that will go. Then change in government and change of business operations and change of everything and programs for all came after that. So it was about a 10-year process. So I said, I'm preparing for the next decade. If I'm preparing for the next decade, what do I need to focus on? Religion, spirituality, and the changing and healing of people. How can I do that? When I have my grandmother's house, I said I'm going to start a garden, and if we feed people, maybe they'll listen to the message. And that's been delayed a little bit with lawsuits or whatever, but that's still going to happen. Watch me. And we're going to feed the people, because I feel that it's wrong to try to give somebody a message and they hungry as hell. Your message is not going to hit as hard if somebody hungry than a motherfucker. Like, I don't want you to be hungry. I want you to eat, but I don't want you to depend on this food for feeding yourself every day. We're going to show you how to feed yourself. The motto will be James 2:49, James 2nd chapter, verse 49 through 59. That's the two chapters. We'll focus on the royal rule of love and faith and works. Those two things will be the motto of what we'll do. And so that'll be the first cog of this 10 years, the spiritual, religious, and that thing. We'll focus on those three. And then I said the second thing is we have to focus on economy. We have to focus on education. So boom, we get all of our education and we teach it, our goddamn selves, to our children. Our goddamn selves. We're not dependent on anyone else. We have to educate our children on how, like, it's spiritual and emotional, how to deal with this shit at school when you're dealing with people who are bullying you, who are doing things to your spirit. We have to teach them to be in control of their emotions. We have to teach fathers how to stay in homes, how to teach mothers how to love on children. We have to teach these things. These are things that we can teach children. It's our particular school of teaching them how to deal with the world that works this way. And so this world is going to change, and it's going to change through the children. But if you're going to change the children, you have to educate the children. So I was like, okay, educate the children, boom. But then there's the business aspect. We have all of these businesses. I say, okay, we build the businesses, and the businesses build the religious institutions that teach spirituality as much as they teach religious practices. You're teaching people how to spiritually grow. You're not just teaching people from a book. You're teaching them from a point of looking at them and saying, I see you. I see you, and I want to help you. I don't want to take advantage of you. I want to help you. We're building people in church. We're not using people in church. So this is a 10-year process. So you're combining everything to get everything that you want. And then on top of that is the black tax. The black tax builds all of this shit. You can imagine shows like Restaurant Depot where they have the resources to go in. We're the people. We're the resource. These muscles y'all motherfuckers go in the gym and work out for, y'all can also use those muscles to dig and build your communities. So we can use these muscles, our brothers who are homeless, we can use our brothers and give them resources to help build the businesses. And in turn, they can help build up themselves. Man, all of this shit works in unison, but people have to invest in it. This is the black tax. This is the black tax. You cannot get around this shit. This is the black tax. You gotta pay for your future. You gotta pay for everything. You want that nice car? You gotta pay for it. Or you gonna go and steal it? Or you want them to go give it to you? You want a raffle? You want them to give it to you? Cool, go give it to you. But I'm talking about us investing 5 years. And I say it might take 5 years to get people to think that they can help themselves. There's more money in the world right now than any time in history. In 2020, they created more money in that time than any time in history. I think more money was created in that time than any time in history. It's nothing. It's nuts. So what I'm saying is, if there's money out here, why it ain't being directed? Why all these people, but I ain't talking about no funds. I don't want to hear nothing about people that want liberation but want somebody else to pay for it. And so that brings me back to what my homeboy said, man, and this shit is coming to pass right here in my face when he said, black people buy everything they want, and beg for everything they need.